That was a very pivotal moment for me because it was the shift in the mindset that I could do it. And I just moved forward.
Hi, welcome to the Realtors Conspiracy Podcast, where we crack the code to real estate success. I'm here today with Vickie Cooper from Remax Escarpment. Hi, Vickie.
Hi, Maud. How are you?
Good, thank you. Tell us about your background in real estate.
I've been in the business now for 17 years, 17 and a half years. And I just recently got my broker's license and now going through the application process. I have been with Remax for the last year. Prior to that, Keller Williams, and then started out at a small brokerage in Waterdown, Heritage Realty.
Nice, thank you. And what's exciting for you in your business right now?
Well, there have been, as everyone would notice, a lot of shifts in the business given the pandemic in the last year. One that we thought we would pretty much be out of by now, but clearly we're not heading in that direction anytime soon. So basically there's been a lot of shifts. There's a lot of virtual, there's a lot of online, but the business is still thriving and it's still very active. Very low inventory, hence a lot of buyers. So it's challenging times, but it's fun times.
Nice. I love it. What's most rewarding for you as a realtor right now?
I would have to say the most rewarding thing, and it's not just now, it's been for the last 17 years, is being able to help families find their dream home or being able to help them launch to the next step in their life. We thoroughly, we have a lot of relationships in this business and we nurture those.
Nice, very cool. What would be then a quality that you have that got you to where you are today?
I would say my ability to relate to people. I develop relationships. I'm very, very strong with connecting with people because our clients become like family members to us. And that's very important to us. We're not a transactional sort of setup. We foster those relationships and it's a lot of, repeat and referral business. And the other thing is I'm all about education, all about being very knowledgeable about the markets we're in and being very proactive about up and coming changes in the business and shifts.
Yeah, very cool. How do you communicate that knowledge to your clients usually?
Well, we're constantly in touch with our clients. We communicate. I'm now just kind of getting, more up to speed with social media. So we try to communicate that through social media, going to be a bit more proactive with respect to doing video and stuff like that to help with that, share that knowledge. But yeah, we're constantly communicating with our clients.
Nice. What would be a defining moment for you when you were struggling maybe at the beginning or really working hard and when you really felt success?
To be quite honest with you, Maud, I don't think I ever feel I'm successful because I constantly keep going. I try not to be complacent. And I always want to better myself. I always kind of aspire to have a better offering or just to be able to offer our clients more. But yeah, the defining moment for me, I just remember a conversation I had with my first broker, Marcel, and I think I didn't really believe in my own abilities at that time. I was a new realtor, didn't know what direction to take it. And I remember him telling me that I had everything it took to be that successful realtor. So that was a very pivotal moment for me because it was the shift in the mindset that I could do it. And I just moved forward.
I love it. Yeah, I love it. That's awesome. What does your typical day look like on a day-to-day now?
For the most part, 4 days out of 5, I work out first thing in the morning. It's either yoga, 2 days with yoga first thing in the morning, and then 2 days with the trainer in the garage, like online. Yeah. So that's how I start my morning. And then I structure it. I have a schedule because they always say if it's not in your schedule, it doesn't happen. It doesn't exist. So I structure my day with administrative stuff. I try to get the phone calls out of the way, those things that occur the night before, and then I move forward with appointments.
That's amazing. A lot of people are talking right now about morning routines. how to set yourself up in the morning and then deal with everything else throughout the day.
Absolutely, because it can change through the day as well.
Yeah, true. I guess, what's the one thing that you've done in your career that generated the most success for you?
I would have to say leveraging myself. When I took that leap of faith and hired an assistant, that was a real difficult thing for me to do because I was always afraid to let go of the control element. But I understood as I got into the process, it wasn't about control. I was hurting myself and inhibiting my own success by not leveraging. That was the one big pivotal. And then the other thing would be hiring a business coach.
Yes, very cool. I love it. I'm a huge personal development fan. Where did
Oh,
you get your knowledge? Do you do books? Or like what would be a books or podcasts or things that work?
well, and it's funny you say that because anytime something, I feel like I sign up for almost everything going, like Tony Robbins online or Ryan Serhant, Sell It Like Serhant. A lot of different courses or books. I'm all about knowledge. I'm all about learning. I'm all about, I just devour any sort of coaching.
Yeah.
And, and my coach, Marian Gillespie, she always, suggests books and things like that. So I try hard. A lot of times it's Audible because it's hard to find time to sit down.
Yeah.
But I'm always looking for something more.
So based on that, what would be 3 actionable things that every realtor should be doing that you think?
Again, it's being with a really good brokerage and that is resourceful and strongly supports you. Hiring a coach, and I would say definitely leveraging, hire that assistant, and that will help you propel to the next level or 2.
Yeah, that's awesome. Very cool. What's the best advice you've ever received as a realtor?
The best advice I've ever received as a realtor was believe in yourself and believe in your own abilities, hiring that assistant, and just keep moving forward. Do not look back. Every day is going to be a challenge in some respect. You're going to have great days and then you're going to have your bad days, but don't let the bad days define you.
Nice.
Because the only thing you can do is, and I said in the last podcast I did, don't count your losses, count your wins.
Nice. That's amazing. Yeah, very cool. What would you say, how do you leverage your listings? Once you have a listing, to leverage as much as possible, what are your tactics?
So basically from the inception of the listing, we do the staging, we, get it ready, show ready for the photos, we do videography, we do the photos, we do the drone shots. Then we take it to the next step, go live. We do all 3 realtor boards. We plug it on social media, being Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn. It's a variety of different things. We also contact our database and put it out to our database, and and that's the whole team. And we also pick up the phone. We have a list of buyers, current buyers ready to go, and we contact them, and we're constantly marketing the listings.
Nice. That's amazing. That's huge. A lot of people have a listing that don't know what to do after. So
we also connect with the other realtors in the areas. If there's a team of realtors that are successful in those areas where the listing is, then we communicate with them as well.
Yeah, it's a win-win for both parties.
Yeah, we network.
Yeah, very cool. What would be an inspiration for you? Who's a mentor or an inspiration, someone in the business world or realtor world that you look up to?
Well, there's many realtors that I look up to. I won't plug them or anything like that. And I do stay in touch with them. But I would have to say, as a mentor, I think honestly, there's a variety of different people. So that's a really tough one. I have great respect for, the brokers I've had, being, Penny as well, Jay, and as well as Marcel. But, And then now I have like Conrad Serini is just amazing, and Lynn Hoffman. So they've been wonderful. So I have great respect for all of them. I do look up to them. I admire their abilities. But as far as any, sort of outside mentorships or anything like that, I haven't really kind of delved into that too deeply.
No, that's true. And they say what challenges, like what would be challenges that you've encountered in your career that maybe discouraged you from real estate? If there's none, that's okay too.
Oh my gosh, there's constant challenges. I mean, we get our hearts broken on a regular basis. I would think that would be the real challenge, is when you suffer great disappointment, whether it be the clients or whether it be, your peers. But you just have to kind of have thicker skin and realize we all go through it. We all have our disappointments. And so you just have to kind of get up and keep going.
Nice. Very cool. And like you seem to have like a huge business mindset, which is great to see as a realtor. Not like some of them do, some of them don't. Where does your business background come from?
Well, I started off my sales training out of school. I went to Pitney Bowes, and I ran up and down the streets, knocking door to door in businesses, selling postage meters. So that's been a big training background for me. Then from there, I went to an oil company, and I was a distribution manager for Southwestern Ontario. So I handled all the distribution of oil. So I did that for 11 years.
That's huge. That's strong. That's where I feel like you have that coaching mindset, strong base. What's exciting for you about the coming future? Like, what are you looking forward to? What's your vision for your business this year?
Well, we're looking obviously to grow. I'm very growth minded, but I'm also about the culture. I don't get ahead of myself and just plug people on the team for the sake of having a bigger team. I hire on an as need basis. We're looking to grow, I think it's like 15% over last year with respect to transactions as well. But we're also very much about growing culturally and as, our knowledge base. Yeah. That's a big thing for us as well.
So what kind of agents would you like to attract in your culture? Who are you looking for? What's your ideal?
Well, we're looking for someone that number one is a go-getter, comes from contribution. Number two, really wants to grow and experience some growth in their whole business.
Yeah, that's amazing. What advice would you give to a new realtor starting in the real estate?
Different from when I started 17 years ago. The business has really shifted to team focus. The teams are getting larger and larger. If I were a new realtor getting in the business today, I would join a team. Very
cool. What would you say is a benefit for that?
The benefit is it's a great training background. The knowledge would be unbelievable. And then the ability to, again, have resources available. And it keeps the cost down to allow a new realtor to gain some success in their career.
Yeah, so cost, knowledge, like being a sponge,
guidance,
experience, that's phenomenal.
Yes, guidance and structure.
Cool. Yeah, I love it. Where do we find you? What's your contact information?
We're homes at Vickie Cooper, HOMES at vickiecooper.ca.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you for sharing that. It was very helpful, I find, for a lot of realtors it would be, and it's very fascinating to listen to.
Well, thank you for inviting me, Mo.